So what law do I have to follow for the first one? It's called the multiplication law. So what do you do with the exponent? I know what you guys mean, but it's called the multiplication law. What do we do with the exponent? Add them, right? So when you're multiplying two things together, they have the same base, you add your exponent. So your answer is gonna be x to the power of 11. I'm gonna write this just for the first time, but then after that, you guys should know what's happening, right? How about the second one? What law am I? Power to the power, right? Power to the power. So I have exponent to the exponent. And what do I do with the exponents? Multiply them. So my answer is going to be x of 8. How about C? Division law. So what do I do with the exponent? Subtract them, which is x to the power of 6. Now for D, it gets a little bit more complicated here because I have two letters. Remember that I only have to deal with the same letters together, right? So if you look at this, I have x to the power of 3y squared, and that times x y to the power of 5. So because I'm multiplying, what law do I follow? I have to use the like terms. Multiplication law. What does the multiplication law tell me? The exponent. So that will be x. To add the exponent, you're going to look at the 3 and the 1. So that's going to be x4. And then y is going to be to the power of 7. Because 2 plus 5, that's 7. Okay? So you follow the exponent law, but for two different terms. So you have two different letters that you're combining, you're working. How about the next one? Multiplication law, right? You see that x4 times x6 times y3. Which one can I just deal with here? The x4 times the x6. x4 times x6 gives me what? x10, y3, the y stays as is. It doesn't change because I don't have any other y's for it to be changed. Okay? So it's only the x's that I'm working together with. They're being multiplied together, so that means I add the exponents. How about f? Division, right? So I have division, so what do I do with the exponent? Subtract. Okay, now can you just look here for a second? So I have, this is the same thing as writing this. If this is easier for you to see, go ahead and write it this way, if that's easier for you to see. Okay? Now, the coefficient, which is just the number in front, is 2 divided by 1, right? It's 2 divided by 1, which is 2. Doesn't change. If this was a 2, for example, if this was a 2 here, then you do 2 divided by 2, which is 1. You see what I'm saying? Okay? So if I had, let's say, 4x squared divided by 2x, 2x, right? So what you have to do, you have to do 4 divided by 2. Okay? So, now, x7 divided by x6, what do you get? X. You don't have to write to the power of 1, but if you want to write it just so you know what's going on, that's fine. Okay, but you don't have to write. And then y to the power of 4 divided by y to the power of 3. Because 4 take away 1, that's 3. Are we all okay with this? Alright. Excellent. So let's look at more rules. we have seen this. We have seen something that looks like this. Right? What did we do with that? Multiplied 4 times 2 gives me 8. Right? So x to the power of 8. Now, what happens if I have more than one term in that bracket, like in this case? Okay? So I have x to the power of 4 and multiplied by y to the power of 3. Okay? We call that power of a product law. So power of a product. The reason why it's called like this, because I have product. Product means multiplication, right? So I have multiplication, and I have something to the power of that product. Okay? So what happens is that 2 has to be distributed into both of them. You see how I do x to the power of 4 to the power of 2, that's x to the power of 8, because I multiply? Has to do the same thing for this. So it will be x to the power of 8, as well as times y to the power of 6. So that 2 gets multiplied by both exponents. Okay? So you'll see that the law of this, if I have, let's say, a b to the power of m, that's the same thing as writing a to the power of m times b to the power of m. Are we okay with this? Okay. So this is called power of product law. Then we have power of a quotient. So power of a quotient, quotient means, right, power of a division, basically. So you see right here, I have x4 divided by y3 to the power of 2. Exactly the same when we distributed that 2 into the bracket, we have to do the same thing with the division. Okay? So we distribute that 2 in, so that's going to be x to the power of 8 divided by y to the power of 6. Okay? So that 2 gets multiplied in. Can I do anything else? Why not? It's not the same base, right? The base, the term is not the same. One is x, the other one is y. Right? They're not the same. I can't simplify them. So I have to stop right here. Are we okay with this? So the rule for this is if you have a divided by b to the power of m, it's going to be a to the power of m over b to the power of m. Are we okay? Now, this distribution works if I have multiplication, if I have division. I want to take you to the bottom of this, and I want you to do this for me. Can you expand this for me?
X plus 1? 2 times?
So 2 times?
Yeah, so it's close.
Okay. So same thing as writing this.
FOIL.
And then 4. Right? So that's going to be x squared plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. Right? Remember this from the previous chapter? X squared plus 2x plus 1? Yeah? Is this the same as doing this? Is it the same? No. Where did this go? just distribute wrong. The reason it's wrong is because you see that sign right here? That's a plus. The distribution would only work if I have a multiplication or a division. Whenever you have a minus or a plus, you can't distribute. You have to clone and do the FOIL. Do you guys understand that? Okay, so whenever you have sum or difference, you have to do FOILing in this case. Okay, so write it as is twice, because I have two of them to the power of 2, right? And then do the FOIL. So x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4 is, I'm going to put it on the side for you. So I have x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4. What do you get? X to the power of 8. Right? This is the first rule we learned. If we're multiplying with the same base, what do I do with the exponent? Add the exponent. Okay? So if I do x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 4, I'm going to get x to the power of 8. Now if I do x to the power of 4 times y to the power of 3, you write it as is, right? X to the power of 4, y 3. Negative. Right? There's nothing I can do with this. They're different bases. Are you guys okay with this? Then I have to do y3 times x4. So that's negative. I can write it as x4, y3. Doesn't matter the order because it's multiplication, right? 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 is the same thing. And then my last term, if I multiply negative y to the power of 3 times negative y to the power of 3, what do I end up with? Positive y6. Right? Again, I add my exponents because I'm multiplying. Okay? And now I just have to collect like terms. Do you see any like terms here? Your two middle terms? Two middle terms, they're both x4, y3. Right? All what I have to do is I have to collect their coefficient. So negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. So that's x8 minus 2x4y cubed plus y6, and that will be my final answer. Okay? So it's very important that you know
Why is there a 1?
Why is there a 1 where? Oh, right here?
Yes.
Because if there's no number, that's a 1. If there's no...
But then if there's no number in front of the x, why, when the x's are multiplied, why isn't that result in a 1?
When you hit right here, you mean?
Yes.
So when you have 1 times 1, what do you get? So it's 1x8, but I don't have to write 1. Technically, that 1, you don't have to write it.
But then there's a 2 in the final answer.
Yes, because negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2.
But then why don't they all have, oh.
See what I mean?
Yes.
Now, you have to ask yourself, is it multiplication? So is it a power of quotient? Is it a power of product? Or is it a power of sum and difference? So if there's power of sum and difference, you have to do more work, right? Because you have to do the formula. Okay? The other ones, you just distribute the exponents in as multiplication. Now, something that I want you to be careful with is this. Simplify this for me. Why 9? That's right, why 9?
Three
Three.
squares.
Yeah. See that too? Remember, it has to be distributed to everything inside that bracket. So that 3 is also going to get that square. Right? That x is going to get 2 times 2, which is 4. Right? And then it's going to be 9x4. A lot of people miss that. Miss that 3 squared is 9. Right? So, I'm going to give you another one. So if I have 4x, 3y, 2z to the power of 3, what do I get? I need someone. What happens to the 4?
4 to the power of 3.
To the power of 3?
And x 9.
X to the power of 3 times 3 is 9.
Z to the power of 6.
Y to the power of 6.
And z to the power of 3.
Okay? And then you can do 4 to the power of 3, which is 64 x9 y6 z. Do we understand this? Alright. So what I want you to do is I want you to do these 5 questions.